Welcome to Inspire 99. In today's episode, we're diving deep into the secrets behind Jay Cutler's unparalleled achievements, exploring the unconventional diet that fueled his journey to greatness. Discover how he consumed an astonishing 30 eggs for breakfast during the prime of his career, a practice that not only astounds but sheds light on the extraordinary measures taken to sculpt his remarkable physique. Despite retiring 10 years ago, Jay Cutler, a retired IFBB pro, remains a prominent figure in the world of sports. In the most recent episode of the Cutler Cast podcast, he delved into topics such as his renowned 30-egg breakfast and the alterations he has made to his steroid protocols throughout the years. He also delved into the legendary rivalry between Phil Heath, a former 7-time Mr. Olympia, and Kai Greene. Jay Cutler's bodybuilding journey was forged through unwavering determination, positioning him as a record holder for the most second-place finishes at Mr. Olympia. In 2006, he etched his name among the greats by dethroning Ronnie Coleman, an 8-time Mr. Olympia. Notably, Cutler is the sole open Mr. Olympia in history to recapture the title, achieving this feat in 2009 by prevailing over finalists Branch Warren and Dexter Jackson. Despite stepping away from competition, Jay Cutler's passion for bodybuilding shines every time he steps into the gym. Recently, the bodybuilding icon embarked on a transformation of his physique, a project he undertook prior to reaching the age of 50, displaying the end results after intensive weeks of training, strict dietary measures, and supplementation at the 2023 Fit Expo showcased Cutler's commitment. Even in the present day, Jay Cutler adopts a methodical approach to his well-being and overall health. Whether it's sharing his training regimens or providing updates on his health journey, the 50-year-old continues to engage his fans, keeping them informed about his latest ventures. As per Cutler's account, Phil Heath initially lacked familiarity with the use of performance-enhancing substances upon commencing his journey in the realm of bodybuilding. I think even if he didn't have the knowledge, that was another thing. Having the knowledge, it's like me talking about how I've stayed on such a rigid program and never tried certain foods. Cutler revealed that decadurabolin was not a component of his usual steroid regimen. Nevertheless, he became aware that this compound was potentially beneficial for addressing joint problems. We hear these stories. I think we were talking about Deca the other day or something, and I was like, that wasn't something I ever really utilized in my protocols. You never even asked me why. I don't know. It just wasn't presented. I don't know that much about it. People said it was good for your joints. I think powerlifters used it a lot and whatever else, but I was a bodybuilder. So, I never had joint issues. I still don't have joint issues. Throughout his professional career, Cutler stated that he engaged in cycling, closely monitored by a medical professional and accompanied by regular blood tests. Like we said, we cycled. I was under somewhat of a doctor's supervision, meaning I was being monitored, my blood tests. Recommendations are never going to be like you need to do this recommended dosage to win the Mr. Olympia, you know what I mean. So when they say I'm on a prescription, it's okay. A prescription for a bodybuilding show is a little different than a normal guy trying to control his levels. If I was to train an older gentleman or a female, I think the hormone panels are very important. They should have blood work. I should know where they stand with different hormone levels to understand how their bodies are going to be reactive. Considering the proximity of Kai Greene to dethroning Phil Heath, Cutler believes that the onstage clashes between them deserve greater acknowledgement from the fanbase. Kai Greene was in that position, I feel like, because no one even talks about the Phil Heath, Kai Greene battles like that because there was a consistent battle for a long time, but Kai never won the Olympia. Do you think the narrative would have changed if he would have actually kept going and defeated Phil Heath? Wonders Jay Cutler. I don't know what his last show was, 2016 maybe. I think 2014 was the last Olympia he did. What's crazy to think, I competed in 13 and his last one was 14. He was second. It's crazy when I hear the stats on that because I'm like, damn, Kai Greene hasn't competed almost as long as I had at the Olympia. Apart from Cutler, Jake Wood, the president of Olympia, has also labeled the Greene-Heath rivalry as one of the most thrilling in the sport. Before retiring, Jay Cutler shared insights about consuming a breakfast consisting of 30 eggs during the peak of his career. They described me walking like I could barely fit through doors. They talked about the diet and he cooked up crazy, 30 eggs for breakfast. You throw that term still to this day. I can sit in a bodybuilding crowd and they're like, how many egg whites did you eat in the morning? 30 egg whites, and people are like, oh my god, 30 egg whites. It's 2 cups pretty much. But when you're cracking, back then you crack, that seems like a lot. People's perception, you say 30 eggs and probably I'm not kidding. I probably said 30 eggs because you assume it's egg whites, but you forget that you're speaking to general people. I ate 30 egg whites. That's a lot, right? Would you sit down and eat 30 egg whites? Asks Jay Cutler. This marks not the first instance of Cutler recounting his unconventional egg-based diet. During an interview on the Michael Sartain podcast, Cutler disclosed that he consumed as many as 140 egg whites daily to uphold his muscular physique. Even today, Cutler attributes his enduring success on stage primarily to his dietary choices. Jay Cutler, known as the Comeback Kid, isn't the lone experienced figure in bodybuilding emphasizing the significance of nutritional intake. Recently, Rich Gaspari, a prominent figure from the 1990s Open era, indicated that triumph in bodybuilding pivots on a substantial 80% nutrition aspect. He noted that modern athletes have somewhat misdirected their focus towards cycles instead of prioritizing proper dietary practices.